Hi, I'm Crystal Felcher, and I'm going to tell you about retirement plans offered by employers. There are two. They are defined benefit and defined contribution. The first one is defined benefit, also known as a pension plan, and it is a plan that pays a fixed amount each month to an employee for the life of their retirement. It is calculated by a formula of years of service and the salary that they received. It's a win-win kind of retirement for both the employer and the employee because it encourages the employee to stay loyal to the company, stay as long as they can, because the longer that they stay, the larger the payout is going to be for their pension. It also enables the employees to be able to plan for the retirement because they know how much they're going to get if they put in 10 years versus 20 years versus 30 years. The second plan is a defined contribution. It is also known as a 401k. The 401k does not have a fixed monthly payment. The amount paid out for retirement is based on the investment that the employee makes versus a matched income from the employer or a fixed income that they put in. It is not a guaranteed set payment, so unless you're working with a financial advisor or matching a calculator, a retirement calculator quite often, you're really not sure how much is going to be there based on what you are investing in. Each one has its own advantages and disadvantages. For example, if you have a pension plan and you are 65 and you retire, and let's say you live to be 100 years old, you are going to receive a set payment for the next 35 years from that pension plan. You may not have even worked a full 35 years for them, but you're still going to get 35 years worth of pension payments. This makes it, again, easy to plan for the future, but in contrast, it doesn't make it very easy for the employer to plan. They want to be able to see what their future liabilities are going to be, and they cannot predict how long each employee is going to live after retirement. As a result, a lot of the pension plans are becoming obsolete, and they are transitioning into the defined contribution or the 401ks. For the 401ks, the companies, again, they'll either match a certain percentage that the employee puts in, or they will just do a fixed amount. Not all employers will put anything in, so something is better than nothing these days anyway. It makes it easier for the employer to plan, not necessarily the employee, but it makes it a lot easier for the employer to plan and budget their books for the future. The employee gets one amount, and that amount has to last them whether they live 5 years or 20 years. So if you spend too much in the beginning, then you're not going to have enough to live on at the end. We see a lot of older workers around Walmart, around town, that have had to go back to work because they just can't make ends meet with Social Security and their retirement. Given the previous comparisons, one might think that the pension plan is the way to go. I mean, who wouldn't want a guaranteed payment? Downfall to a pension plan is that the employee has no control over how it's invested. Since it's all employer funded, they have control of that. If the employee wants to leave, if they want to switch careers entirely, they cannot take it with them. If they are vested, then they can come back 20 years, 30 years and put in for their pension payments. But if they are not vested, they lose that time, those years entirely. For a 401k, those can transfer. So if you move jobs, if you change careers, your 401k can transfer with you. You have complete control over it. If you want to invest aggressively into stock markets, you can. If you are not a gambler and want some slow, steady growth, you can do mutual funds. Each decision, a person may choose it due to the future securities that one or the other would provide. Pension guaranteed payment versus the 401, just a lump sum that you have to spread out. Unfortunately, recent events has illustrated that neither retirement is guaranteed in the future. Pritchard, Alabama has stopped paying their pension payments to state retirees. Their pension funds have been depleted due to the financial crisis, so their state employees are no longer getting checks. Bernie Madoff, in his very famous Ponzi scheme several years ago, made off with thousands of people's 401k money. Those people no longer had a retirement as well. So either one, there is no guarantee to have retirement. So you just have to make sure that you're proactive about your future, and remember that no one will take care of you but you. And I hope that you learned something, and have a great day.